Hey, what's up everybody? Today I've got a real simple tip for anyone using Infusionsoft with sales reps who are outside sales reps who need to go on appointments. So you've got an address, you've got a date and a time, and the sales reps need to get there on time. Likely they need to map that address on their phone or something like that. So this tip is super simple, but it makes it really easy and convenient for the sales reps to get that address and to get a map to it. So let's check out on the computer here what needs to happen. So here we have a campaign where you've got a process happening that eventually results in an appointment being scheduled, as you can see right here. And then you've got a sequence where you have appointment reminders going out to the potential customer. So here we have some tagging happening. We've got a confirmation email that confirming that the appointment has been made, and we're using a custom field with a field timer to set up reminders prior to that appointment. So we've got a day before reminder, we've got an hour before SMS, and at that same time, we're going to do an hour before email to the sales rep that has a link directly to the map for that location. So if we go in here to this email, a couple of really important things. One is we need to make sure this email goes to the sales rep and not to the customer. Okay, so up top, we need to make sure that we change the to address. Instead of using email, which is the email address on the contacts record, we're going to change that to other, and then we're going to put the merge field here, owner.email, with the tildes there. And that'll make sure it goes to the owner or the sales rep instead of the contact. That's a really, really important piece here. All right, next thing is in the subject line, I just like to put appointment : and then merge in the person's first name and last name. So when the sales rep gets this email, they can see right in the subject line the name of the person that they have an appointment with. You may even want to merge in there the appointment date and time if that's important to you. And you may want to put that information in the body of the email as well. In the body, I have the name. That should have the first name and last name there. If you're not familiar with merge fields, the way you do that is just go over here to merge. And for the name, that's one of the most common fields. So it'll be here. Just put first name, then put a space. So I've got first name, last name, phone, and email. So contact information up front. Then we're going to have a button to map to their location, and then the actual address down here. So how do you get that button to map to their location? Well, if you're familiar with Google Maps, you'll know that you can type in an address here. So there's the address to Box Out Marketing headquarters. And if you type that in, it'll show the address on the map, and you're good to go, right? Well, what you can do is grab this URL here. So google.com/maps/place. So we want to send the link to that URL and then append onto it the address. So as you can see here, the address is just merged in. Now there's a whole bunch of other data on there. Latitude and longitude and some other weird stuff. But if we scroll over here, you'll see that the address, the actual address, is just right there. Well, my cursor keeps going all crazy, but you can see the address right there in that area. So we would just want to merge that information into the link. So we're going to copy the first part of the URL here. So just that www.google.com/maps/place. Okay, so we'll copy that. We're going to go back into our email. Click on the button here, and for the button link, we're going to choose URL, and we're going to paste in that link. So obviously, just sending someone to that link right there isn't going to cut it. We then need to merge in the address information. We happen to have all the address information right here, so I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to come back over here to our button, and I'm going to paste it all right here. The important part, though, is you got to realize that there's some commas and some spaces and things in between here, and you can't really have spaces in your URLs, although most of the time it will be okay. So I'm going to replace those with pluses. Anytime there's a space, I'm going to replace it with a plus. So you can see here I'm going through my address, replacing, here I have a comma and a space. I'm going to get rid of the comma, put a plus, put a plus, put a plus here. Okay, so now my URL should all be intact with the merge fields for the address. I got street address plus street address 2 plus city plus state plus postal code plus country. You may not need all of that, but that's roughly how it goes. So we'll go ahead and mark that ready, come back, mark the sequence ready, and we'll publish this. And then we could send an email. Of course, we'd put people into the sequence, and the sequence would send an email to the owner with that button linked up to the address. Okay, so here I've got a contact, myself, that is in that appointment reminders sequence. And if we come down here to the upcoming campaign items, I'll go ahead and refresh because I just put myself in there. Upcoming campaign items, you'll see that I've got a confirmation email here that's about to go out. I've got a day before reminder. I've got the SMS reminder. And then we've got the map for the rep. I'm going to go ahead and just push that one out right now. So it goes out right now instead of waiting for that date to come and go. I'm going to double check who the owner is, make sure that this is going to come to me. And it's going to Box Out Team, so that should come into my inbox. We'll jump over to my email, and here we go. Here's the email right here. I'll say that looks safe. And you can see it merged in the name, the phone number, the email address, and the actual physical address down here. But if I click Map It, that'll take us right to the address right there. So if you're on your phone, of course, then you can just hit tap directions, and that'll take you right there. So hopefully that's a quick little easy tip that you can utilize in your company if you have sales reps who are working outside sales and traveling to appointments. So all right, stay tuned for more. We'll have more tips coming your way.